And welcome to WRPB and WRPB Studios. You know, so many of you guys have businesses out there, and what happens, it's happened to all of us, I think, who are business people. What we do is we start a business, and then we can't do our business because we're doing everything else. We're doing payroll, we're doing bills, we're doing everything, and we actually lose money by doing things like that. With me is Ellen Sines from Diversified Financial Services of the Treasure Coast.
Yes.
Okay, so before you tell them what you do and what it does, why did you get into this industry?
I had no choice.
There were so many people saying, "Yeah, I don't know. I just had no choice." And some people said, "I needed a job."
I worked in my parents' business when I was in high school, and it was just a natural attrition into my own business, doing the accounting, payroll, taxes, and insurance now.
Okay, so you know that people think that people who do taxes are really boring, okay? But you don't have that. We were talking in the green room, and the whole thing about, for me, as a business owner, is that the person that I want to do my stuff, I want to smile, I want to be happy, I want to be comfortable with. That is something that you do face to face. You don't ever do it online. Meaning, for me, you need to be able to meet somebody and get that good feeling about them. And you guys, and I've used this a million times, always use a professional. The job's going to go smoother and you're going to save money.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Diversified Financial. How long has it been around?
We incorporated in 1994. I've
Wow.
actually been here in Port St. Lucie since 1980. So prior to my business in 1994, I was in partnership with my father from 1980 to 94.
What did your dad do?
He was an accountant.
Oh, was it? So you were always around the industry, so you knew the industry. You know the industry backwards and forwards.
Backwards and forwards, yes.
Has it changed since you started?
Absolutely. Years ago, we used to do a thing called income averaging. That's gone by the wayside many years ago. And now, things have scaled back. We've lost a lot of our deductions on the Schedule A and things like that. So,
I'm guessing every year is new stuff for you to learn.
yes,
Okay.
absolutely.
That would kill me. Learning it once is hard enough. Okay. But okay, so we scaled back and deductions have changed, and they're always constantly changing, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
What about technology? Has that changed? I'm sure that's changed your industry.
Oh, absolutely. I wouldn't be able to do the number of returns and businesses that I do nowadays without technology. It's made my life easier, but yet more difficult. I spend a lot more money in technology to keep up with, programs and providing a service to my clients. But it all makes my job easier in the long run.
And that's a balancing act because
Absolutely.
technology probably, I'm just going to guess because I don't know your industry, probably something that would have taken you 2 hours might take you an hour now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and that hour has a value, and a lot of people don't understand that hour has a value.
Correct. Yes.
Okay, so I have a small business. I come to you and I say, "Hey, I'd like you to do my taxes, my bookkeeping, my accounting, whatever you want to call it."
Uh-huh.
I'm not that smart, so
Okay.
see if I can get it
No,
wrong.
you're doing fine.
Okay, so I would consider companies between small businesses, medium, and large.
Mm-hmm.
I would consider us. Sometimes I consider us large, but we've never been large. We're we're small and medium. We have like 8 employees,
Mm-hmm.
but they're 1099s, most of them.
Mm-hmm.
That mix of multi-employed people, does that change what you have to do? Like there's 1, 2, like 3 that are on salary, pay, and like 5 that are on 1099.
No, doesn't change anything that I'm doing. My ideal client is that small to medium sized business. I love to start with a new business owner and help them train and become successful. So the technology helps us do that because we can do more things remote. We have more real-time transactions and availability of information to them. Uh, so the technology is,
When you say technology,
yeah.
okay, through my mind in your industry, when you say technology, for me, all that comes to my mind is QuickBooks.
It's one of the most leading companies for providing that advanced technology and bookkeeping service. I mean, they're the leader in the field. But there are other programs out there, but they're just not as robust as QuickBooks.
So, if a new company comes to you and says, "Hey, I'm starting a new company. I want to go on QuickBooks," you set them up and get that all set for them.
Absolutely. We have special wholesale pricing for them and everything.
And I remember working for a company before I started here, and he used QuickBooks, and we had a bunch of disks that the accountant would take and work from those disks, and then it became where the accountant could just go online and pull the
Right.
information.
Now with cloud technology and everything, we have the real-time advantage. So everything that I do in my office, they see immediately.
Okay, so a business brings you on, and being a business owner, I know that there's a bunch of facets to your business, meaning there's payroll,
Correct?
there's taxes,
Absolutely.
okay, and then there's yearly, and sometimes quarterly. Is it, when you come on board with a company to do their stuff, do you handle all those pieces? Do they break up the pieces? Do some do others?
Yes, no, and maybe so.
Okay.
Yes, I can customize my services to whatever the client needs. So if they just need payroll services, I have an automated cloud-based payroll program that's similar to larger companies that they can utilize with cloud-based technology. And they can pick that service alone, or they can group it with other things like what we call client write-up, which, is taking your books and reconciling your checking account, giving you profit and loss statements, balance sheets, and doing
It's easy
all
when you
that
got no
fun-
money.
Yeah.
Even when you got
Financial
no,
stuff.
but that's very time consuming for a business
Yes.
owner.
Yes, it is.
Okay, so that's why I say always use a professional. Things will go smoother. Plus, the hours that what might take you an hour to do would take me as a business owner 2-3 hours to do.
Exactly. And time is money.
Yes.
And most of my clients don't realize that their time is money, that they could be utilizing better elsewhere.
When I tell that to people, and I use the analogy of changing oil in a car, I could change my own oil. Take me 2 hours.
Yeah.
Or I could give it to a guy for $49, take him 20 minutes. Let's just say an
And
hour.
has all the proper
Let's just say an
equipment
hour.
to do
Right.
that, yeah.
So that one extra hour, I make more than that $49. And it's not, for me, it's not always about money. It's about spending time with family
Right.
and doing things for me. So I so get that. If you take a client on, do you take them on for a period of time? Is it a 1-year agreement? Is it a month agreement? Does it go day to day? I mean, how does that go?
If you talk to my staff, they would love to see me put everybody on engagements, but I'm not like that. I like to just give them the service that they need, and if they are not happy with me, they can go elsewhere, or can change their services at the drop of a hat. I'm flexible.
When we talk about using a professional, technology makes people a professional that
Yeah.
aren't professionals.
Yeah.
Okay? In my industry, everybody that has a cell phone is a photographer and a videographer now. Okay? In your industry, I can go into Intuit and do my own taxes. Will I know what I'm doing? No, I'll just fill in the boxes that someone put up
Yep.
there. Okay? And in the long run, I'll come out on the shorter end of the stick.
Sure.
Most people don't understand that.
Right.
How important that is. Plus, for me, I sit in front of a computer all day. I don't want to go home and sit in front of a computer. It's bad enough
Neither do I.
It's bad enough I gotta go to a big box store and buy toilet paper and paper towel and mops and everything else we have to do. those have value for us. The time has value for us. So here we have this company that's been around for a long time, and now we're in a transition phase. So basically, it's almost like starting over. So something starting from anew for you is probably easier than having to pick up something that's been around a long time
Yes.
and the mess that we've already made of it.
Exactly.
Okay. So, I mean, that's really the scenarios. We make a mess of it and then we expect someone to fix it. You have been around in this industry and around this for many, many years, seen a ton of changes. Technology is a blessing and a curse. We already know
Yep.
that. What do people need to have to? I say to you, hey, I want you to do my taxes. What does a company need to have for you to be prepared for you to do that?
Mostly information, and it's changing. Most of that information is available online, so they can get their W-2 from their employee portal and send it to me. We utilize a client portal so they can drop their documents right into our client portal, and I can access it that way. So as they're gathering their information, put it the old way into a folder and bring it into me, or put it into my portal and give me access.
I think technology has made that a little simpler.
Yeah.
We're getting to the top of our time. How do people reach you? You have a phone number?
Absolutely.
Which is?
772-335-0713.
And a website?
Of course, diversifiedfs.com.
Again, always use a professional. It's the way to go. And for me, I've realized that technology can be remotely, but I would never hire somebody that I couldn't at some point in time see, meet, and when I have a problem and I screw something up, that I can talk to.
Absolutely.
And that you don't get from an Intuit or online. Because one day you can speak to Mary, next day you can speak to Sam. And the head sometimes doesn't know what the tail is doing. Helen, I want to thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you.
Everybody, use a professional, and we'll be right back.